We're taking you with us on our trip to Stanley, Idaho. And let me tell you, we were pleasantly surprised. Idaho is seriously very underrated. We stayed at an RV park along the Salmon River and ran into a little bit of gross trouble with our sewer hookup. We explored the beautiful Redfish Lake and took our dogs to a dog beach and hiked into the deep parts of the Sawtooth Mountains to a stunning Alpine Lake. Thanks for coming along on this adventure. Now let's dive in.
We're Lindsay and Dan, two RV newbies who stopped saying someday and decided to chase our dreams of life on the road with our doodles. Join us as we hitch up and hit the road. We started our adventuring in an Airstream and now live full-time in a Brinkley, towing not just our home, but our way of life. Our life in tow is more than RVing. It's about carrying our doodles, our adventures, and our freedom to live life to the fullest wherever the road leads. This is Our Life in Tow. Here you'll find us learning as we go, exploring national parks, discovering small towns, and sharing the honest, unfiltered reality of RV life. The wins, the challenges, and everything in between. So whether you're dreaming about life on the road or already living it, we're glad you're here. Welcome to Our Life in Tow, and thanks for following along on the adventure. When we visited Stanley, Idaho, we stayed at Torrey's Burnt Creek Inn and RV Park. It's about 40 minutes north of Stanley itself, and it is completely beautiful and right off the Salmon River. There aren't a ton of full hookup options when you are visiting Stanley, Idaho, so just check them out. There is Stanley RV Park, but that was booked up as they only have 10 sites. So we got in and got all set up, and Dan started doing our sewer hookup. Unfortunately, it seemed like there had been a leak in our close valve, so we do recommend actually purchasing one of those additional valves that completely close off your sewer hose. There's one from Camco, which we ended up purchasing. I'll link that here. But as you can see, it is leaking just a bit out of it and can be quite gross and messy. After we were all set up, we headed down to the river to just hang out and chill with the pups by the stream. This was definitely one of those times where we wish that we knew how to fish. This would be the perfect location for anyone that wants to do fly fishing. So we hung out by the water. The water was super chilly, but we just set up a lawn chair and chilled for the afternoon. Found some wild mint along our trail by the stream. Gonna make some tea, I think. It's perfect kind of timing. There's also wild yarrow, which is right there. But good timing because I have a headache today. I studied medicinal herbalism, so I'm well versed on identifying plants. Please make sure that if you're identifying plants that you're absolutely positive before ingesting. Mint is pretty easy to recognize based on the aroma, and then all mint has a square stem. The Salmon River has a variety of activities that you can do as well. There's the Sunbeam hot springs, which are right off the side of the road, and there's also plenty of other hot springs that are natural, and you can just go in. You can also do kayaking, paddle boarding, fishing, and all of that. And then we headed down into Stanley itself, and the Sawtooth Mountains were literally magical. It's literally one of the most beautiful places that I've ever seen. Highly recommend visiting if you have not. From our campground, it was about a 40-minute drive to get down to Redfish Lake, but once we arrived, we were pleasantly surprised by all the picnic areas and then the paved path that goes all the way around, and there's a variety of different activities. We parked at the North Shore picnic area, and we went for paddleboarding and kayaking one of the days, but you can also bike the loop and do tons of activities down at the lodge. One of our absolute favorite parts was that there was a dog beach. The pups had so much fun and the water was so blue, and with the mountains in the background, it was just magical. So we threw some sticks and the boys played fetch in the water. It got a little rough at times with the wind picking up, but Rocky loves to swim, so we had so much fun. The pups even made a friend, and once they were all tuckered out, we just walked down to the Lakeside Grill, where they actually had live music and it was completely dog friendly. So everyone brought lawn chairs and just set up shop, and it was a really nice afternoon. We got some fish tacos and some sandwiches, and we also enjoyed some nice soft serve ice cream. So fun fact, they're kind of known for this, and it was actually hands down the best soft serve ice cream I've had in years.
We are heading back to our campsite after being at Redfish Lodge and Dog Beach. The boys are happy, we're happy. It was like the most dog-friendly place ever. There's a off-leash dog beach, which the boys got to play fetch. And then we finished up at the Lakeside Grill, which is an outside kind of grill area next to a beach. And it was so nice. So we got dinner. I had fish tacos. Dan had a chicken sandwich. And we got the boys dinner. And there was live music, like really, really good live music. And we actually were on the dog beach with the musician, Douglas, and his dog, Walt. So the boys got to play with them, but they're all tuckered out. And it was a really good afternoon.
With all the beautiful mountain vistas surrounding us, I decided to go on a solo hike one of the days, and I chose the Goat Lake and Goat Falls via Iron Creek Trail, Alpine Way Trail. This was an 8.1 mile trail out and back with a 1,700 feet elevation gain. The trail itself ended up taking me about 10 miles, and I got a bit lost along the way, but it started out with a beautiful woods walk with the Sawtooth Mountains in the background, and then turned into some switchbacks that then led to a rock scramble and boulder scramble. So it was a bit of a challenging hike. I like to think of myself as adequate athletic ability, so definitely this kicked my butt a little bit, but I'm definitely glad that I did it just based on all of these mountain views surrounding me.
Two miles in, switchbacks have started. Like I said, I'm adequate to moderate fitness, but we'll persevere.
Although a very challenging hike, The views were unreal. I could not believe the breathtaking beauty that surrounded this area, with the waterfall and the stunning 360 mountains, as well as the Sawtooth Mountain ridgeline. It was just unbelievably beautiful. I did get to the harder part, which was the boulder and rock scramble, and did get a bit lost, but I luckily found some nice hikers and was able to find my way. So I met a nice couple and they showed me the correct way because they've done it before. So I did persevere and move forward. And I'm happy because she said it's quite beautiful and I made it past the hardest part, across the creek. So it's just a short bit to the lake. Getting to the lake at the top, the Alpine Lake, was so worth it. It was completely stunning and still had some glacial snow melt up there, and no one was around, so I had the lake to myself. And I had decided before I left I was going to do a polar plunge. So here I was, just taking it all in and diving into the crystal blue water with some rainbow trout. That was incredible. Super cold at first, but so worth it. And just as cold as the snowmelt would suggest. But this is crazy. I'm so happy. So happy I finished. I hung out at the top of the mountain for a while, just taking it all in and watching the rainbow trout. There was also a bunch of butterflies around, but I really did have the whole place to myself. And then I started making my way down the hill, and the rest of the day was really just hanging out and relaxing because, like I mentioned, this hike did kick my butt. But highly recommend, the views were just incredible. The dog beach was definitely one of our favorite parts, as well as Rocky's, so we went back a few times and had them play fetch in the water, and it was absolutely stunning. So highly recommend if you visit here and have a pup, this is definitely a highlight. So we just got done running around at the dog beach. Boys are nice and tired, so Dan and I can spend the afternoon doing fun things, sadly without them. We're gonna go paddle boarding and then we might do some e-biking or just regular biking. Maybe make a pit stop at the saloon. But Redfish Lake is one of the most magical places I've ever been. There's just dog friendliness everywhere. The lodge is like so cute. There's so many activities. There's paddle boarding, there's pedal boats, there's motorboats, there's kayaks, there's people just swimming. It's like the water is see-through. There's group picnic sites, camping all along. I can't even like count how many campgrounds there are here. If we were open to right now doing dry camping and not having any hookups or electrical, like I'd be in there like swimwear. So it's just magical, and like you can see the Sawtooth Mountains from it, and the pine trees. It's just beautiful. So 12 out of 10 recommend. And then like the grill is right on the water. We went to live music. But I'm gonna head back, drop the pups off. They'll probably sleep the ride home. Oh, also, we've seen like 20 bald eagles. This is like where all the bald eagles live. Our first day we saw 10 just driving in. We saw a nest with 3, but so beautiful. So can't wait. Sadly, our Stanley, Idaho trip had come to an end. We will definitely be back, as there were many activities that we wanted to do but had not. I think next year we'll definitely learn how to fly fish and do some of that. There's also rafting adventures, and we'll definitely be back to paddleboard as that was such a memorable adventure. So if you haven't been here, highly recommend you put Stanley, Idaho on your bucket list.
We hope you enjoyed joining us for this adventure. If you like what you see, please hit that like button below.
And if you want to stick around for more content like this, please subscribe to our channel. And we hope that you have the best time RVing and traveling. And as always, keep following along and always adventuring. Thank you.